So this month so far, I've made $175,000 and I'm still fucking broke.
I'm broke. Money zero.
So at the start of this month, we launched a brand new offer and we did over 170K. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain why that actually isn't that much money. And before you click off this video and think that I'm some rich, stuck-up twat, I'm actually here to show you in this video that even though you see these screenshots and this money being made online, it's not always as it seems. So you can see here the funnel that we launched at the start of this month, October 2023. So far, we've done $175,472 in sales.
Over $1.2 trillion.
Now, even though this number looks big and it looks sexy, let's actually work out how much I'm actually going to earn from this. So we'll have the 175,000 and I'll just round it down just so we play with even numbers. Now, in this campaign, we spent a total of $25,000 on ads. So obviously we need to take off that 25,000 and that leaves us with 150,000. Now the company that we run this money through, we pay 5% VAT. So we need to take 5% off. We also need to take into account stuff like Stripe fees. Now, obviously, depending on the country, Stripe fees vary. We also might have to pay some currency conversion as well, because this is a Dubai business account. So again, it's not exact math, but I'm gonna round stuff up and I'm gonna say that we pay 5% VAT and we're also gonna pay 5% in, transaction fees. And then on top of that as well, some of these sales were closed by a closer. In all honesty, maybe around 20 to 30K of that 175 was done by a closer. So not all of the sales need to pay a sales commission. But again, I know a lot of businesses in this industry do use a sales team and I want to make this math pretty easy for this example. So I'm just going to say all of that was also handled by a sales team, which means you take off another 10%. So 5% for that, 5% for transaction fees, 10% to the sales team. So we're going to times this by 0.8 to take off the 20%. So that leaves us with 120K. Now, I actually run this business with a business partner. And we split it 50-50. So I'd need to divide this by 2 to take off his split. So that leaves us with $60,000. Now, I'm from the UK, so I kind of work out of pounds. So we also need to do a currency conversion to pounds. And you can see here that 60K USD to pounds equals about 49,000 pounds. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Sam, you're a fucking twat. That's still a shitload of money to make in 1 month. And you're right, it is a lot of money to make. And I understand that. But it is also a far cry away from the $175,000 that I could technically flex on social media. And you've got to imagine as well that, I'm in Dubai, so I don't pay much tax. But if I was back in the UK or I was in the US or another country in the world, I would also have to pay a lot more tax than this. So for example, this 120K between me and my business partner, we may have to have paid at least 30% corporation tax on that. So there you have to take off another 30+K. And then because I'm living in Dubai, luckily I pay 0% personal income tax. But again, if this was going into my UK bank account, again, I would have to take off another, say 30+% in personal income tax. So you can see here that yes, that headline number is very big, but once you take into account business costs, tax, profit splits between business partners, the number actually gets significantly lower. And a lot of the time, these headline numbers, they don't tell the full story. Now, some of these cunts online who are flexing these screenshots, they only own about 10% of the business's Stripe that they're flexing. Oh, this month I made 200K. No, you fucking don't, you lemon. One of the companies that you have a small stake in probably did 200K in sales, But you yourself in your personal bank account, you probably took home about 2K of that 200. Because here's the thing, take home income that someone can actually spend on the house, cars, and lifestyle is very, very different to the total revenue number. And even out of that 120K profit that me and my business partner made, well, what about next month if we want to go and scale up? We'll need to maybe spend not 25K on ads, but maybe we want to spend 50K, 75K. Where's that money coming from? Well, it's going to come from the profit that we made the month before. So realistically, we can't even take home the full amount and spend on our lifestyle because we obviously want to fund the future growth of the business. Because this video is just to say, yes, the numbers look cool, they make for a good tweet, they make for a good ad, and I could go on fucking Twitter and I could start being like, oh look, 175K I've made, my business makes this much per month.
God ain't never made no crazy ass a white boy.
But I just want to be honest with you guys and show you that actually what I actually spend out of that 175K isn't as big as the number that I could show on social media. So don't fall for all of the BS online. There's a lot of shit out there and it's very easy to look at these numbers that people flex, the Stripe screenshots, the ClickFunnels dashboards, the Shopify dashboards, and all of this can make you feel like shit about your own income. But remember, social media is just showing you the best of every scenario, and it very rarely tells you the full truth of what's actually happening behind the scenes. So that's it. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and I'll see you on the next one.